Hello everyone, today we're going to be looking at another Bible. We're going to be looking at the signature top grain cowhide burgundy red letter edition turquoise Bible from Church Bible Publishers. Now, just to start off, I wanted to bring out one of my older Bibles. This is a signature series 215 in burgundy. And what I want to show you is, first of all, the grain and the leather. It's just absolutely beautiful. It is a top grain cowhide leather liner. It did have art gilding. It goes from gold to this Cambridgey kind of red that we see. And then everything else is typical of a 215. And there's the model. It is a, get that focus there real quick. It is a 215 S1BG. So this was a signature Bible from those guys. It is absolutely one of my favorite Bibles. With all the Allens and Schylers and all the other Bibles I own, this is still one of my most favorite Bibles. I come back to it often. I have other 215s that if you're in part of some of the Bible groups that I kick around in, you'll see me talking about them a lot, including a black signature series that I got that was pretty beat up, that I kind of cleaned up and refurbished, and it's actually my daily Bible now. The reason I'm bringing this up is I want to kind of just keep that in mind as we're looking at what's being offered as a signature series currently by Church Bible Publishers, because when I hear signature, I often think of this type of leather, and my last couple of signature Bibles haven't really had that kind of leather. And the leather has been very stark and just not the same level of leather. And I really would like to see a return to this type of leather for the signature style Bibles. Just want to throw that out from the beginning. But let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. And we'll move this out of the way. Put that back in the box. There we go. So back to this one. Let's go ahead and get it open. So this is brand new. You guys will be seeing it as I see it. So this is going to be an unboxing video, so to speak. So we see it is the 1440 red letter S1BG. We get focused in on that there. There we go, top grain cowhide. Let's go ahead and get it out here and do everything that we do. While I'm getting this thing unpacked, let's talk a little bit about it. From the church website, they say this Bible is 2.85 pounds. Its dimensions are almost 10 inches, 9 3/4, by 7 by 1.5 inches at the spine. They also say that the cover type is top grain cowhide. They offer this in a couple of colors, burgundy and black. They have black or burgundy ribbons. This is a red letter version, so the words of Christ are going to be in red on this one. And there's 19 pages for blank notes, concordance, maps with an index, presentation page, all the things that we consider, in these Bibles. 11-point text, which is that presentation style Cambridge turquoise Bible. Now, first off the bat, the last top grain that I got from those guys that was considered a signature, this Bible already has some grain to it. That Bible did not have. This looks to be a lot nicer already. Now I can tell right now that corner is a little rough, not quite as smooth, kind of jagged there. That's just something that kind of jumps out at me. Look at the stamping on the spine. You see the Church Bible Publisher, the Authorized King James. Let's go ahead and look at the back of it. A little nick there, but I'm not worried about that. Any type of covers like this, you're going to have some imperfections in the leather. I do see where the stamping has came through though, on the back side. So they may have wanted to stamp that liner next time before they put it together. We have our gilding here in the gold, which is always impeccable by Church Bible Publishers. It really is. It's just absolutely gorgeous gilding. Let's give this guy a smell. That's a big thing. And it just smells like leather. Good, awesome leather. No weird chemically smells from dye or anything like that. Just a great smell. Yeah, it smells like that nice leather chair. And there it is. And we can look at the corner there. That corner work. Look at that corner there. Once again, going back to this corner because that's that kind of jaggedy corner. You can see there. Taking a look at that one. Sure we get focused in on that. There we go. And we see the top grain cowhide stamp there. Kind of came through the back here when we see our lining. So let's go ahead and start taking a look at this thing. So this is an edge-line Bible, as we've discussed many times. First of all, let me get my ribbons out of here so we don't tear any pages by accident. Okay, so they just laid them in there. That's good. Let's go ahead and put that guy down there. All right. Fantastic. Okay, so we see where the gluing comes over on the first page, which is typical of an edge-line Bible. We see numerous 1, 2, 3, should be 5 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's typical for this type of Bible. Presentation page, family record page, grandchildren, marriages, all our good genealogy stuff there. We have our card that comes with these Bibles, Church Bible Publishers, and some of the other Bibles you can check out. Then we have the actual Bible. So let's go ahead and try to put this guy down and see how it lays. Of course, it's going to bounce up. It's a bit stiff right now. Cowhide in general is going to be a bit stiffer than other bindings. This type of top grain, it will loosen up. It will loosen up a lot. I can bring my 215 back over here and show you. This is very stiff. This will loosen up. So we have our basic page here. We have our translator's notes. Table of contents. And then our first. And you can see it just wants to bounce up. It just is what it is. It's a stiff Bible. Hasn't been broken in, hasn't done anything like that. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's see if that helps at all. So when you get a new Bible, one thing you want to do to kind of stretch it out is just kind of grab an equal amount of pages. Just kind of gently work them down. Grab another set of pages, about the same amount. Just kind of gently work them down. Just kind of, you're kind of stretching the threads there. Gotta hold all this together. Grab another few pages and kind of work that down. Do this very gently. Doing that will help increase the longevity of your Bible. There is no art gilding that I can see. It just looks like it goes gold to gold. So it's one thing. I wish they would add art gilding to these signature Bibles. But let's go ahead and start looking at it here. This is an 11-point font, and it is truly an 11-point font. For someone like me who wears glasses, very, very good, very readable. Even from standing up at this distance, I can see this Bible very well. Get some of these things to the side so it won't be quite so distracting. So we have a nice large font here. We do have our self-pronouncing text. We have our new paragraph markers, all the types of symbols that we generally see in this style of Bible. Just looking roughly through here, we're going to look at the print consistency. This looks to be a nice, dark, bold print, which is awesome. And I'm liking the margin on this. It's a very nice margin in this Bible as well. Just keep looking through here. I'm not seeing any inconsistencies in printing whatsoever. Looks to be a very just nice, dark, consistently printed Bible. Sometimes these pages look a little lighter and it's just the light. It's not the actual text, so I tend to want to roll a page to the next to the other one to see if that's darker, and you can see this one is a tiny bit lighter there. Just the tiniest bit. You see from here to here, that is a little bit lighter than the prior page. See if I can get a little closer to the camera and show you that. Just a tad. Not a lot, just a tad. Hope the camera picks that up okay. It's the only place so far I've seen any issues. And that's not even a big issue. That's still pretty dark text there. It's not distracting. I'm looking for these issues right now. I probably would not have seen that if I wasn't really concentrating on looking at this. So consistent on the text. Looks pretty goodly. Pretty goodly. That's great. Looks very well as far as in regards to that. So let's actually get to the New Testament here and look at some of this red letter text. Because that's another area where red letter Bibles in general will tend to struggle. Consistent print. Going from dark red to kind of a pink, or, you know, vice versa. I don't generally use red letter Bibles. I think it's distracting, and plus, for me, the entire Bible is the inspired Word of God, not just the red letters, and I think people focus on that too much. But that's a personal opinion. When we look at this, though, this looks very dark, very nice, and it looks consistent so far. First few pages. Go back to that. Gotta say, very nicely done on the red letter. Back a little bit here. The kind of stuff I want to focus on is that text consistent? And so far it does. It looks to be very consistent. So going to the back here, we have our concordance, the Old and New Testaments. We have our note pages. We have our map index. So there we go. Here's our map index. Very nicely done there. And we have our maps. Let's take a look at these. This actually looks to be a much nicer printed map I've seen in some prior versions. Sometimes these maps can get a little fuzzy. These actually look to be pretty nice. Map 9. We have 10. Map 11. Very well done on the maps. I mean, the maps look very boldly colored. There doesn't seem to be any fuzziness to the print. Just very well done on the maps. And we should have 5 pages back here. Yep. So this is not a lot of different from the other red letter editions they've released. They're consistently doing a fantastic job with these. Looking very much forward to the new buffalo skin offering that's going to be coming out soon. Hoping to snag one of those in the turquoise as well. This is very well done. I have to say, we're right back into the game from a signature series. We'll see how this softens up over time. I'll definitely add this to my Bible rotation to see how it softens up. I don't know. The leather, it doesn't have the texture that this Bible has. The old 215, put those side by side. That texture is just there, and you can see this is just, you can see how soft that is. But this Bible's been out and it's been used quite a bit. This one, it's very stiff. Very, very stiff. So this is going to need some time. That's about all this Bible needs. It needs someone to open this beautiful thing up and read it and get some time in there. And I can just look at this and tell this is going to, look at that. That is going to age nicely. Just looking at that. So we may get close to this. Looking at that, if I crinkle into that, that's going to age very nicely. So we're going to definitely get some of that texture that we see here into this as this thing ages. I don't know if we'll get quite the amount of texture, but just want to also just throw out the differences in the older signature series from local church and these new signature series from church Bible publishers. So we can look at those. Look at those spines. There's our Bible. Just a beautiful Bible. So if I was going to buy a turquoise right now, that presentation reference style text block made famous by Cambridge, if I was going to buy that Bible today and I didn't want to spend over $100, I would say this is absolutely the one to get. There's just no question. If you want to spend the money, then there are other options, including the Cambridge Bible, and also it looks like there's going to be another option coming soon from church, because it's going to be a bit more than $100 though. But for under $100, I think this thing, I have to look at my receipt. It was, I think, 65, 70 bucks, something like that. I'll have to go look at it. I'll post it in the notes for the video. I don't think this can be beaten. I also had another person comment on the last time I did another local church review. They wanted to know more about the comparison of this text. This is an authorized King James text, so there's really no variance in the authorized King James text from church or local church or any of those people. I mean, they're all the same text as far as from you know, the source. Now, what I am going to do is, once the water buffalo, if I can get that in my hands, I am going to do a review of that and then compare it to this, the first edition that they put out with the dictionary from church, the latest 218 from local church with the dictionary. I have the lambskin limited edition with the dictionary we'll look at, and also a Cambridge we'll throw in the mix, and goatskin, and I'll also bring out one of the old presentation reference Bibles as well. And we'll look at all of them. We'll compare all these Bibles, and you kind of take a look at the gamut of Bibles that have been produced, you know, at least in the past, you know, 10, 15, 20 years or whatever, that are either our presentation reference or actually are being called turquoise Bibles. So be looking forward to that video. It is coming, and I hope you enjoy this video. As always, please subscribe if you like my videos. If you want to see me keep them coming, I've got a lot of videos to be recording that are coming up of older Bibles that I have that I've just never reviewed, as well as some niche Bibles that I've picked up from like estate sales and things of that nature that I just want to get reviewed and put up here, so if people find similar Bibles, they'll have some type of reference. But anyway, have a wonderful day. God bless you, and thanks for watching.